Hey team, what's happening? There's a trick you can do on a balance board that we'll call a hang 10. This trick is to bring your feet to the end of the board perpendicular to the roller. I have a video tutorial for balance boards if you're just learning the basics. This trick is great because it's a foundational move for other tricks like roller hops or 180 roller hops, maybe some yoga poses, plank walking, and so on. So if you're ready, let's get into it. First things first, get on that board. Next, turn to the side you want to be facing. We're going to be turning to the left, my left, in this video. The goal is to not just look left, but get your toes to face that way. In order to do this, simply rotate 90 degrees on the balls of your feet. You'll find this staggered footing much more difficult to stand on compared to the normal athletic stance. I'm honestly not quite sure why this is. My best guess is that in an athletic stance, you don't have many degrees of freedom that move in the frontal plane. The only joint that can move this way is your torso, since your hips, knees, and ankles are fixed in this direction when standing on the board. However, every joint noted can move in the sagittal plane, or front to back, which means you need to coordinate them as a whole to move the board where you want it. Coordinating many joints is probably harder than coordinating just one. Another guess is that it's nerve-wracking to lean backwards. I can imagine most people try to avoid leaning backwards and therefore do not achieve a symmetrical sway when in this stance. Once you master the staggered stance, the next big hurdle is to take one giant step. If you recall from the How to Ride a Balance Board video, you know that the roller cannot go outside your feet. There's no difference here except once you start lifting your back foot up, your base of support becomes your lone front foot. If you step before the roller is under your foot, you'll fall. Instead, shift your weight forward so all your weight is on the front foot and then begin to step. I like to think that where the roller is, that's where my center of gravity is. If the roller is under your foot, you're good. The hang 10 move is difficult because you dramatically reduce your base of support from the width of your stance to the length of your foot and change your orientation, which requires you to develop different motor patterns to balance. Common mistakes include not turning your feet. If you don't turn your feet, your base of support goes from the length of your foot to the width of your foot. And unless you have really weird feet, this is not going to be advantageous. Another common mistake is rushing to step. That staggered stance is tough, and if you don't feel comfortable with it, you might want to rush through to finish the trick before you fall. This leads to taking that big risky step while you're already unstable. Get comfortable with one step first and then move on to the next one. And that's it. That's how you do a hang 10 move on a balance board. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Candy and I's channel. Thank you all for watching, good luck, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.